What's going on, guys? That's right. A bonus episode. We just gave you guys an episode on Saturday. Well, guess what? We are back here, or on Friday, actually. But hey, we are back here, guys, giving you guys another new episode for Awards Roundtable because the Emmys have just happened. We wanted to conclude our Emmy coverage, and that's what we're doing. We are concluding this year's Emmy coverage by breaking down what happened at the Emmys and everything. We this won't be the last time we discuss TV this year, though, as you know, the Golden Globes does TV and SAGs do TV, so definitely
And we still got a whole fall season to go.
Oh yeah, we still got a whole fall season to go of great like television and everything. So definitely will be looking forward to that. But I'm also wearing, I know y'all are thinking like, well, why are you wearing a Star Wars shirt? I'm celebrating, baby. I am celebrating tonight. I'm so happy for Andor. This was such a great night in terms of wins. We're going to talk about everything. I think the show itself was kind of a disaster, but we'll talk about all that.
And yeah, we get to the host
and more whenever we get to like the host and get to stuff like that in there. But yeah, we're going to break down the show for you guys, then break down the actual Emmy wins and what we thought of it if the right shows won, what were the biggest surprises, all that fun stuff, because there was some big surprises there too. So first off, what did you think of the Emmys overall?
So it started out funny, and then the host keep going and going and going and going with some bit that made me want to mute my TV at the time. And then we get one presenter that talks a lot, but overall, acceptance speech, phenomenal. A lot of great acceptance speech moments. Some of the presenter, the one presenting, I rewind 3 times because I was laughing so hard. I wanted to watch the presenter again, so I was a few minutes late for finishing it me to the end. Great. I was not mad at any win. The one show I never watched, I probably will get in on it now based on one win. But I was really happy with last night. A lot of people deserve the win that they got. Like, especially comedy, supporting actor when we get to that.
Oh yeah, and writing when we get to that.
Yeah,
I was really excited for
and limited series do a lot very well deserved wins for limited series.
Yeah, all very well deserved wins in the limited categories and in all the categories throughout the night. So yeah, we'll definitely get to all that. I agree with you that I think the host started off funny, like the first sketch that happened was pretty good. I was like, okay, maybe I can get behind this guy.
I think Bowen Yang and the other three made it that sketch more funnier than the host itself. Like,
I definitely agree. I think that they made that more funny, but I was open to giving him a shot. And then I thought it was interesting how he brought on this whole if you go over, you're going to that, you know, each time you go every second that you go over, it's $1,000 lost from the Boys and Girls Club and of America. And I was like, okay, I wonder how this is going to be. And I felt like that threw off the show majorly because you could tell, because like that's one big thing about award shows is I don't want freaking like what Adrian Brody did at the Oscars where he decided to go 7 minutes. I don't want that, but like I do think it's nice to this is their moment. Let them have, you know, a minute or whatever it is, just to be able to say what they want, to be able to, you know, get up there in the spotlight. And
I give it the one funny moment with the exception speech where I think Hannah was the one like, I paid the difference.
Yeah, she's like, I paid the difference, and she was just like, and which you know is nice and all, but then it just felt pointless by the end because they run out of the money and it's like negative 60,000 or whatever. And I also felt like he wasn't following the rules because sometimes people were going like super under and then the number weren't changing. And I was like, why are the numbers not changing? What the heck? And then he went, you know, to down to negative $60,000. and then was like, oh, well, I'll pay it, and then JB Smooth will pay it. There you go, guys. It's like, so you just put all these people through this for no reason at all now, because it's just like it was pointless.
Two funny line like I paid it different, and the adolescent cast beating the adolescent joke was funny. Like that good line.
No, that was really funny. I thought that some of them took it really well and everything. I just was like, I definitely do not think that they should implement that again next year. Just
definitely bring John Lithgow look a disapproval joke. That was funny. That when they want to avoid like John Lithgow just give me a look.
Yeah, and I'm fine with
Anthony Anderson mom yelling were funny. Like those stuff were funny.
Yeah, like just let people get played off, and then they can like say something that's like cuss out or something, or say something like that whenever they get played off. And it's like, I liked Kristen Milioti where she's like giving her speech and she's just like, oh shit, that thing goes fast, holy shit, and then she's like trying to like speak and everything. I thought that was really funny, but was just
when trying to play Ghost.
Yeah, and so I just there was some stuff like that I thought did work well, but I just think that I liked the overall concept, but I just think it didn't work. And
I thought the presenter was more funny than the host. I never saw her say that.
Yeah. Except, I will say, I do think it was a little unfair to like not have that same thing apply to presenters. Like, it doesn't have to be 45 seconds, but like you could say.
I know, but then you cut out all of the funniest joke with when you were Brad Garrett. This thing was really the perfect length of getting laugh.
Yeah.
And that when you thought it would stop, it get funnier and funnier when they went on and on.
Yeah, I get that completely. Yeah. So, I do agree that the presenters overall were funnier than the host. Jennifer Coolidge, though, this is the second time she's shown up at the Emmys.
She needed somebody with her to make that stuff funny, like that.
That was painful.
Like Amy Poehler or somebody from maybe White Lotus from the past. Like
because you could tell she didn't know what to say. She was kind of struggling. I was like, oh gosh, what is going on? Like, can we just get to the award, please? I was like, is this what it's going to be like all night? And luckily it was not.
Like the Paradise Cats were really funny. Their bit was really funny. Right? Like, we should make this show into a comedy.
I did think also the ordering of everything, I thought it was odd that they had the skit and then they had supporting actor in a comedy, or no, lead actor in a comedy series. And then right after they did lead actor in a comedy series, then they bring out the host for his monologue, which is like, what?
I think they were trying to do the Chadwick Boseman versus Anthony Hopkins thing with Colin versus Stephen Grant. So I put that to the end. Like, this all, who's gonna win this? Like, that's a big award of the night.
Yeah. I guess that's what they were trying to do because the award that they ended up being the last one was obviously the last two was lead actor and then drama series. So but that's a good transition because let us talk about the wins. So overall, they spread the love like we talked about might happen. I liked that they did that. They spread the love to different shows throughout the night. It wasn't. There has been Emmy years there straight up where I'm just bored watching the Emmys because it's just like 2 or 3 shows just winning every single category. And this year they decided to spread the love, and I really liked that.
Mostly in drama. I read they did a little bit with comedy and limited series when love stuff for everything.
Yeah. I will say Adolescence was the only sweep. If it's like one other than obviously didn't have a lead actress, so Kristen Milioti was able to win. But every other category that Adolescence was eligible for, it won. And it's just
like the studio almost sweeped a lot of the things. And like
the studio
get them love to shrinking, get them love to other stuff too.
The studio did almost sweep, but that's a little different because it did technically lose supporting actress, which was
and supporting actor.
and supporting actor. Yeah, supporting actress and supporting actor lost, which I think in the case of not really the supporting actor, but I think in the case of supporting actress, I think that is definitely the case of vote splitting. I think the two Catherines had vote splitting there, and it caused Hannah to win. Which
I think that what happened with supporting actor with Ford versus Ike. I think they canceled each other out. That how we got.
Yeah. I think a lot of that was happening throughout the night because White Lotus had a big old donut in the night. It just went empty-handed. I was really shocked by that because I thought, I predicted Carrie Coon to win. I she's a TV legend at this point. I don't know if she's ever going to win an Emmy, but I predicted her to win. She didn't, or Parker Posey, and she didn't. But they completely just, canceled each other out on all the votes there.
And it went to the right person.
It did go to the right person. I agree. Catherine Lanasa deserved her win.
If Genevieve Riley was to be in that, then it went to the right person.
Yeah. If Geneva O'Reilly would have been nominated, then it would have gone to the right person. But vote splitting also worked in Andor's favor because with Severance having 2 episodes in writing and The Pit having 2 episodes in writing, that made room for Andor to be able to sneak a win in for Dan Gilroy for best.
Sneak in a win for the episode that say "F you" to United States American government.
Yeah, which is like really ironic considering the turn of events of what happened. It wasn't an overall super political show, but like the turn of events of what's been happening in America today, and then you get that winning, which is
guys, you have not seen Andor, go watch the speech. You know what we mean. Like you want that speech in that episode.
Yeah, it is really, really fantastic. That made me cheer the loudest. I literally spilled my wine and like had to wipe it up out of the floor because I was cheering so loud. I was like, God!
I had to quiet down because my parents were watching that Denzel watching the Apple TV movie in the other room. And they already yell at me for yelling when Hannah won.
oh yeah. Which finally, Hannah Einbinder nominated 4 times now and finally won. She has been nominated every year for Hacks and lost every year up until now, which was so refreshing.
Before the Tatiana Maslany thing, when Tatiana, same thing, many years ago. Never be nominated for Ever Blunt, never won, and then she finally won the year that she got
Yeah,
nominated.
which was great, and I've been watching Orphan Black actually for the first time for the first time recently.
Such a good show.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed right now, but that's a conversation for a different time. But I would say, I was so happy with Hannah Einbinder, and that was definitely a result of vote splitting. Another result of vote splitting was Slow Horses. Surprised. Talk about a surprise. We did not predict that Slow Horses was going to win for best directing in a drama series.
I mean, they won last year for best fighting upset.
They did, yeah. And so now they switched it around. That's a good point. They won last year for a best writing upset, and now this year they win for a best directing.
Maybe Gary Oldman next year could be the next upset because he's been nominated how many times for Slow Horses? Everyone.
Yeah. And it's also always been more of like a writing show, in my opinion. So that's why I thought, when it won writing last year, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But I was not expecting it to win directing.
Yeah.
Of course, I thought that the directing episode should have been Andor win, or if not Andor, Cold Harbor, which was also excellently directed episode of television.
Or the one with the wife episode Severance too.
Yeah. The one that one as well. Like either one of those I felt like could have won for directing. Slow Horses did it, and I think it was again a massive result of vote splitting. And
listen, Severance season 3 might not come out next year, so maybe Gary Oldman, because there's no more Anna Scott in this.
Hey, maybe. Although the pit is coming next year, so
Yeah.
that's
But
so.
they might want to spread the love again. Maybe this finally just to get Yeoman. His last acting role, as he so claimed many times before, this could be the last role he ever do.
I mean, to be fair, he can say that, and he's allowed
Yeah.
to do like movies in between because
Mhm.
apparently it's been renewed for up to season
Yeah.
eight because there's 8 books, so it's gonna have 8 seasons. So it's one of those things where he can just keep on going with it and then do other stuff
And
and then retire.
when he deserves it, he is amazing on the show.
He
Right.
would, and I don't know. I don't know if So Horses would get the treatment of where it's like it wins, an Emmy like for directing, an Emmy like for writing and stuff like that, and then maybe whenever the final season does come out,
Yeah.
maybe like people watch it and they're like, this show is like really good. And then they finally like award it for like drama series and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Maybe
who knows?
show love to other people, like Jonathan Price. I argue should have been got a guest star nomination for Slow Horses for this
Yeah,
season.
that would have been
Yeah.
I think
And Hugo Weaving, same thing. Both great performances this past season.
I agree. Yeah, Hugo Weaving, excellent as well. Talk about a surprise. The when we're talking about surprise wins, I have to look up his name again, but the actor from Somebody Somewhere ended up taking the win for supporting actor. It was Jeff Hiller for Somebody Somewhere. Ended up taking the top spot for Somebody Somewhere. We have EDM here and saying, my proudest trust your gut was having Jeff Hiller in my number 2 slot, predicting Sal Saperstein, who was never thanked by any studio, kept waiting for it. Yeah, I was predicting
He was
Ike
Cooper said his
Barinholtz.
name over to creative Emmys from what I heard. So when Studio won a bunch.
True. Yeah, I expected Ike Barinholtz to win.
Yeah.
And then you were predicting Harrison Ford to win.
Harrison Ford, who might win next year because this might
Yeah.
be at the studio. Not going to be around there.
That's
Every
true.
season there could be
That's
Harrison
true.
Ford play.
So now Harrison Ford could sneak in there, and Jeff Hiller can't take it either because I believe he won for Somebody Somewhere's last season. So it's one of those things.
Michael Yuri, well, Michael Yuri also great in shrinking. Like that could also be that.
Michael Yuri could also be the one to take it. We'll have to see
Jack
who.
Daniel and Michael J. Fox, they did a bigger role than just guest star. We could have a whole shrinking category here.
Yeah, we have a shrinking party. Maybe it could win like comedy series finally and all that.
Comedy series castings because the no studio around let Hack come out next year.
And Hacks probably will come next year. We'll have to see because they have been consistent on that. But we'll definitely have to see what happens there. But yeah, Jeff Hiller, I have seen at least some of Somebody Somewhere. I've seen the first season and maybe like a couple episodes of season 2. And I think that Jeff Hiller is really good in this show. I think that Jeff Hiller, if it was up to me, I think he was the second best in the category, right behind maybe Harrison Ford or something. I think that he was excellent on the show. So I am not upset that he won. I was just shocked and could not believe it happened. But I am happy because Somebody Somewhere is not going to have another chance to win this category. So I think that that's good now that, that he was able to win, was able to pull off the victory for them because it wasn't nominated in any other major category. So I think that was good for them to get some sort of win out of this. That was easily the biggest surprise. The proudest moment for me probably was me trusting my gut and going all out for the Severance wins. I was predicting. We both predicted Tremel Tillman, so we went with our gut there. But then I went with my gut, and I was saying Britt Lauer. I'm just feeling the Severance ride. You know, it did really well. They're gonna go the Severance route here, and I trusted my gut, and it paid off. Britt Lauer pulled off the
She's
win.
great. Like she would have been my third behind Cassie Bate and Belle Ramsey in terms of acting performance for that category.
Yeah, the way she had to balance out like Helly R with like the other Helena, you know, and the way that she had to balance those two kind of personas was really excellent. So I think that she did a great job. I think she is deserving. And
Do you
talk about
see the scene on her acceptance speech? Like
oh yeah,
the little note. That,
that was great.
yeah.
The little note on her is just, I'm sure she had like so much she wanted to say that she couldn't fit
No,
all.
there's never an Easter egg on hers. If they help me or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what it. Oh, I didn't
yeah.
actually read what the note said. Oh my god, that's great.
On
Yeah.
the back, like when she hold it up, then like a little seven
Oh,
Easter
on the
egg.
back of the helmet. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta look back at that again. That's
yeah.
fun. I didn't see that, but I do think the best speech of the night was probably I mean I liked hers a lot.
Colbert had probably one of
Yeah,
my favorite speeches of the night.
yeah. I think Colbert, who got a full on standing ovation, the crowd loved him. He came out, auditioned to host the Emmys next year. That's what I basically
Yeah,
was saying because he had that great bit when he came out and showed like the younger photo of himself and all
yeah.
that. And
Christine Miliani
and
also had a fantastic speech.
and then yeah, and then his speech, like you just saw how you know he teared up, and the
Yeah,
people in the audience teared up, like, and it was just sort of like a screw you to Paramount type of moment there.
yeah.
I really was happy for that, and talking about being happy for someone and a shame on you kind of moment.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you, Television Academy, for waiting this long to do this. But apparently, Tremel Tillman has made history by being the first black actor to win in that category or something for best or like back or the first. I forget if it's the
Oh
first
yeah,
black.
because I was thinking, didn't Randall Dad win for this? No, that guest star. Like,
Yeah, that was for
yeah,
guest star. So Tremel Tillman's the first black actor to win for best supporting actor in a drama series at the Emmys, and then that just is so wrong. Speaking of history making, Owen Cooper made history, being the youngest Emmy winner in history now to win an Emmy. That is
rightfully so. That and the therapist actress
oh yeah,
right back to that. Like,
so good. Absolutely deserved it. He's going to be going a long way. You can
yeah,
tell. I liked how everybody else on the Adolescence crew went over and made the numbers drop.
yeah,
But then Owen Cooper, who actually is one of those young boys, actually went under and did the perfect amount of time
yeah.
and such, which was
I loved their reaction with Stephen Grandma. They all hugging him, like so happy.
yeah,
Like,
that was so good. When Stephen Graham won, that's just the way it was. I also loved seeing because Colin Farrell knew that like he had a legitimate shot. And I
yeah,
loved Colin Farrell's reaction. He had the giddiest smile on his face when Stephen Graham won. Like he was like super happy, which is like such a good sport. You know, I just gotta say that because like so many actors, like you see sometimes when they call up the winner's name, the other
yeah,
actors beside him on the screen are just like are just like, ugh, or they'll make a face like that, or
yeah.
they'll make some face like they're really, you can tell they're disappointed they lost. But Colin Farrell was like he was
Yeah.
like
But same
smiling
thing
and
with
cheering and
Harrison Ford.
stuff.
He had a smile on face
Laughing.
when the guy
Yeah,
won. Like,
yeah. So like it's good that that they are able to
yeah.
show that support for those
Yeah,
for those other
we not Angela Bassett from Black Panther. We're kind of Ferris this week.
yeah, no
Yeah,
Angela Bassett or no Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction
yeah,
moment where he literally said fuck when he when he lost and stuff like in
yeah,
the you can see him on the camera
And guys, listen, we love Angela Bassett. We love Samuel Jackson. No.
Oh yeah. But now we do love him. But yeah, Aaron Daughtry also won for Adolescence. Very well deserved
Very deserving.
For her therapy episode. It was just phenomenal.
Listen, Jenny Slate and DJ even have another year. Like Jenny Slate is becoming bigger and bigger name.
Oh yeah, no, she absolutely is starting to become a bigger name, and I think and I was worried for a second. Well, I wasn't worried once it got to her because it was just like it seemed clear, like okay, Adolescence is sweeping up, but there was part of me before we were getting to it, like, are they going to vote split? Because everyone else is starting to vote split, and it was kind of like
I think they both split. We would go to Jenny Slate or DJ O'Connor for.
Yeah, I almost thought maybe that could happen because of all the vote splitting that happened, but that was not the case, and they and she ended up winning anyways. So very happy for her. And
my heart changed at the last minute for Stephen Graham because up to that, like either one, and then like that last scene is what they earned Stephen Graham to win. Like,
yeah, that last scene leaves you. Remember, and I'm very I'm upset at myself that I didn't switch it back to to Stephen Graham, because I went back and forth when we were predicting Emmy this year. I had Stephen Graham in the top spot at one point, and then I had Colin Farrell in the top spot. And our final prediction, I had Colin Farrell because I just thought with the fat suit and everything that they would actually.
He might be back again because the rumored they now talk about season 2 of the Penguin.
And apparently there are rumored talks. They didn't I thought if there was rumored talks that they would confirm it. So I don't think that it's going to be true, but there are rumored talks of a season 2 of Adolescence. I don't know how you do a season 2, but apparently there was like
I don't know. Maybe another case like
maybe do like an anthology type of series where it's like a different story per season.
Maybe the therapist keep the police officers, but I don't think you can't have everybody else in the thing.
Yeah, and we got some news like with Big Little Lies. That's coming back all these years later. So who knows? Maybe Adolescence can come back, and also
I guess Meryl Streep with having like between Only Murder and Big Little Lies.
That's going to be interesting. And then we also had news at the actual ceremony that Hacks will be ending.
Yeah,
it's run on for season 5, which is
I'm happy because I feel like
it
would have been okay for season 4 being the ending with her quitting and her Hannah on the off the sunset. Like
Yeah, I would have. But then they ended season 4 kind of in a cliffhanger, and it was just sort of like, okay, I guess they are going to do a season 5. But season 5,
I still argue the ending, the last episode of season 4 should have been the opening of season 5. They should have ended it with the blackmail situation.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they should have ended it with like the late night episode or whatever, and then
ending it with that blackmail situation where she blackmailed for everything.
Yeah, and then you would be like, oh, what? And then the next episode could have been that one, but
and then season 5 opened with her like they saying, "I'm dead. I need to come back," and then
and then that could have set up a whole mystery for the next season. So, but that is still going to be the mystery for the next season, is that like who is faking her death, and all that stuff. So it's going to be kind of interesting. Which, speaking of, EDM also says was predicting Hannah, but still shocked she actually won. Thought she would never win because her character is unlikable. Figured she would be like Sandra Oh and Grey's and nominated year after year, but no win. Also, let me just say this. I am always in the Ava club because the thing is,
she's becoming like Jean Smart character. That's the point of why she's unlikable a bit this season.
She's a smart character, but also the reason why she is quote unquote unlikable is because of people's political views. Like if you don't agree with her political views, then you're going to find her annoying. But if you do agree with her political views, then she's going to be.
Listen, she had the best
Yeah.
F-bomb moment of the night. Like, listening to her on Twitter, the whole
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think it's a really, I thought she was just so good this season. And, it was sad to see because I know Liza Gonzalez had a chance to win here for the Bear. And it was
She's great
sad.
in season 4. She might have another chance.
She was great in season 4, yeah. I
Especially
knew
with her trying to be able to cook well everybody out, the test moment, and everything.
Yeah. That was all really good.
Yeah.
Especially though, I knew season 3 wasn't going to do that well here because season 3 was not liked by people. So I knew it wasn't going to do that well. I thought it was going to win something though, and it didn't win anything.
I thought it would do win for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, and and it didn't even win for her. So kind of sad to have a big old goose egg, So
listen, I think the conversation need to happen. The Bear is not a comedy. How many times can this conversation happen for the Emmy? Like, listen, we stripped White Lotus for limited series to drama. Why don't we strip the Bear for comedy to drama?
Which also, I just gotta say, I find myself, because as someone who's watched all 3 seasons of White Lotus, I find myself laughing more at the White Lotus than I do at the Bear. Because the White Lotus, these characters get themselves into wild shenanigans, and there's some kind of crazy stuff. There's your Jennifer Coolidge character, there's your Parker Posey character with the funny accents and everything. Literally, Jason Isaacs this whole season was just being high the entire season. So he was just like, okay. And he was just being high like the whole season. It was like really funny to see his reactions like that. And so, like, why is that not in comedy? And then put the Bear in drama. It's like that to me is what I feel is more justifiable. But that's just me. But speaking of a show that actually did win and was deserved in its category, we had it was a toss up between The Pit and Severance by the end of the night.
Rest of my hoping Andor, like you and me.
Yeah. And man, but Andor won something, so I'm glad. Dude, if Andor would have gone goose egged, I would have been so heartbroken. Like the moment Andor won something, I was like, okay, I'm happy. Like
the reason why White Lotus should be in comedy because Genevieve Wiley and so many people fanned us.
Yeah.
And everybody for the freaking Pit. Same thing. Like there's so many actors in the Pit.
There's so many actors in the Pit, and a majority of those actors from the Pit were better than a majority of the actors from the White Lotus. Because
like the actress who not coming back for season 2 were pregnant than Lucy Baby. What's the actress name?
Yeah, she's not even gonna. I forget her name too, but she's not even gonna be in season 2.
She should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a drama. I'm like,
this is like her one. This is her one chance to finally get that award, and now it's not going to happen. So it's just
like the guy, the intern that has shit happened to him.
When all that shit happened.
We catching up because I forgot I never finished the Pit. But the moment when he with the homeless guy and he helped him, I'm like, "What? This kid acting really freaking good."
Like the kid acting was really good, and also like the Indian girls were really good on the show. You had
the one with the glasses that the intern that when the kid died, like she
oh my gosh, her reaction, like Bryan Cranston's daughter,
she not nominated? Like
and then especially knowing now that The Pit ended up being the most win drama show out of the whole bunch when it comes to all the drama series. It won the most because it won Geneva. I almost said Geneva O'Reilly. It won for Catherine Lanasa. It won for
No
Wiley, and it won for
and best casting in drama and the created art. Emmy.
Yeah, yeah, and casting drama for creative arts. So it did really well and was the odds-on favorite. Ended up being that way. So it's just kind of shocking me that I think it's one of those scenarios where season one, like I think they nominated it, and then a ton of people watched it after it was nominated, and then that's what boosted its chance of winning. And I think that by the time season two comes out, you're going to see a lot more of the cast actually
I'm
nominated.
really hoping White Lotus next season will be out by the time the Emmy comes, so we can finally get some new blood into this
Yeah,
thing.
I don't think it will because the gap between season two and season three was pretty long. So I think they're gonna give us another pretty long gap because they haven't even started casting yet. So I
I
think
mean, oh
that
my god, I just realized we got 2 Game of Thrones show next year, so we do have that to contend.
oh yeah, because Night of the Seventh Kingdom was
And House
bump.
of Dragon season 3 coming out in January, confirmed today. January, House of Dragon.
Wow. Well, we'll have to see what how that does because House of the Dragon season two had goose egg. It was
It's
0.
sad because like Matt Smith, I would argue should have been in the conversation for Emmy nominees.
I
Yeah,
would agree. I think that there should have been some definitely Olivia Cook could have been there
yeah.
as
Matt
in
Smith,
the
like his stuff with him finally giving up the throne ambition and everything, like his acting
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think that, it really this season was very much focused on him and
Yeah.
his journey.
In the
So
moment when he gave up the throne, he supports his that moment, like really good acting from him. Just like watching.
yeah.
Like,
And so, you know, really unfortunate that season one got
yeah.
in several places, but season two completely missed. So hopefully season three can come back
I said I
strong.
yet to forget the Emmy for snubbing Patty Constantine by not giving him an Emmy nomination when he wins the House of
Yeah.
Dragon.
My thing is, so what are they going to do about the Game of Thrones shows? Because are they going to do Night of the Seven Kingdoms like in the fall of next year?
They
Because
said
like
summer.
summer. Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah.
So I okay. So by that time, if it's like late summer
Yeah,
or
that
mid
would be the year after Emmy.
or midsummer, then yeah, it would be the year after. So they would still
Yeah,
do House of the Dragon for
yeah,
this
the Emmy.
next Emmy
Yeah.
cycle, and then the year after that would be 97.
Oh crap! We got House of Dragon. We got Stranger Things. Wednesday, Squid Game. Like so many things that.
Fallout,
Yeah,
coming at the end of the month, and then we got Nobody Wants This coming soon. We
yeah.
got the Diplomat season 2 coming soon. So we got like
Ed.
all the
We got Ed coming in October. It's Welcome to Denver.
it. Welcome to Derry, which if that's big, that could
Yeah.
happen. And then of course some of the
Maybe
shows that
to break just like comic books. Maybe we can finally see Horror Show being nominated for Emmy. That not American Horror Story.
that that would be nice. Maybe we could
Yeah,
finally see that. Maybe we could finally see something like Peacemaker get in
yeah.
there, since that's
The
uh
Boys final
I
season.
don't know the
If it
boys
stand
final
up.
season. So we'll have to see what.
Oh, because we don't get any White Lotus next year. Please, Emmy, thanks for Severance. No Severance next year. Let this be the final season of Boy that finally get NC Star a freaking Emmy nomination.
Oh yes. Oh my god. I uh, I'm curious because I'm wondering, like, we'll definitely come back here and give you guys like we're gonna do like a early Emmys predictions video for you guys like in January. By the time we've seen all the fall
Yeah,
TV and all that stuff, and then like give you guys like what we think can actually have a chance in drama and like comedy and
yeah.
all that stuff, and limited for getting thrown in there into series and such, and that'll be really fun. But yeah, it's just going to be an even more stacked year for TV as
Yeah, the
you know.
bigger injustice maybe we right to next year Anthony Starr finally getting his due for nominations for the boys.
I I hope so. Even if he's just like the lone nominee, I would be fine with that. But as long as he can you could do like a Cobra Kai situation where it's like that got in for like series and then for like just one other category one year or something like
Listen,
that.
I think that by Cobra Kai, was a stacked year. the one who played Johnny on Cobra Kai, I would have got him into this season. I mean, like his acting with Free and the last couple episodes, some of the best acting I've seen on Cobra Kai. Like,
Yeah, I think he
like the grave scene, like
he's
yeah, great
definitely
example.
Johnny's always been the actor who plays
Yeah,
him, William Zabka. He's always been the best actor on
I
that
just
show.
think this year was so stacked that why Cobra Kai got into finesse like this year.
Yeah, and also I know this season was kind of like it had some sort of like mixed reception a bit, but
Yeah, even the last couple episodes with Puffy was fantastic, best Cobra Kai ever been. Like that when they hit that final half, like
yeah. So yeah, we get the Pit winning, and I do want to say Noah Wiley,
yeah,
very deserving win. He showed up on the Emmys night. His entire suit was apparently made of scrubs, which was interesting.
yeah.
So I thought that was great. And I like that he honored first responders in his speech and, talked about first responders, which is excellent. So I'm yeah, I'm really happy for him, and I'm really happy for the Pit. It's maybe my favorite show of the year. It goes back and forth between that and Adolescence for me, but it's
It it go
really
back and forth between that and Andor for me because Andor came out this year too. Like those three, like
yeah. Andor is like the top. Those are like my top three. So like I've only given one movie this year so far, like a 5 out of 5 rating, but I've given like 3 shows already, like 5 out of 5 score, which was like The Pit, Andor, and Adolescence. Those are like the 3 shows that just completely blew me away and gave me like I just gave them 5 out of 5 for just how good they were. Like it just it's just absolutely phenomenal. So also on top of that, I just wanted to throw out a few extra wins that happened in the night. We had SNL 50 won for like variety
deserving.
sketch series, which was deserving. I was happy. I was happy to see him up there, and that was sweet to see like Steve Martin and Martin Short kind of
Yeah,
reacting
tearing up.
to him and tearing up and everything. I thought that was really
Also, Tina Fey, great presenting. Like that whole her going down the
oh
list of people and just making comment. Like I tell you, call the FBI on Conan O'Brien and say he stole it.
yeah. No, she did.
Well,
She
Ma
did do.
halftime show. I owe apology to Drake. Like, oh my god.
She did a really excellent job, and then she was like making
Yeah,
fun of the whole like
yeah,
uh thing that was happening too with the
yeah,
counter, the money counter
yeah.
and everything.
Emmy, have a host next year. She know how to make funny jokes against Slabby and make it really funny enough.
Yeah, she knows how to do it. So let her.
Her and Mike Benson. Mike Benson also had a funnier joke tonight when he kind of hit on Tom Hanks out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, yeah, he was great. And then we also had the other studio bit,
yeah,
which started
yeah,
off rough but got really funny.
yeah,
So I thought it was excellent. I do want to say that they did leave. So I watched the In Memoriam. The In Memoriam was nice. It was
I
sad
could have
and
maybe
emotional.
picked a better song just because I always feel like the song kind of
They
take
they
away.
and they did leave out uh, a couple names. So they left out. I understand why they left this name out because of the scandal, because of politics, all this stuff. But they left out Hulk Hogan, who is technically he was on a TV show for years.
Yeah,
WWE is television, so they left him out. They left out the mom from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie's mom from
mhm,
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, who passed away in February. Lynn Murray Stewart. It was just tragic to see her not on there, especially after It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia literally paid tribute to her in the finale
yeah.
episode. It was like they paid tribute to her and she wasn't in there. And then also one of my friends reminded me, Polly Holiday, I think was her name, was not in there.
Did
Who
she just pass away?
uh she passed away September 9th
Yeah,
of
then
2025.
maybe
So
just because a little too soon. This
it
one.
was a little too soon, but also like I know the Oscars, but the Oscars are also different from I guess from the Emmys.
Yeah,
But I know the Oscars the day Bryan Cranston died, they literally put or not Bryan Cranston, the day that Bill Paxton died. They threw Bill Paxton on the in memoriam, literally and that was like the day of the Oscars. So it was they were able to do that. So I I don't know. I don't really feel like there is an
Should
excuse
we
there because she was in a lot of TV as well. So it was sad to see those names left off, but still solid.
should we talk about the big issue of the night? And I didn't realize it in memorial. I think it's stupid what they did with Emmy this year. Why did with no clip for In Memorial or any other TV show that were nominated?
Yeah. There and also my
Like
big
Maggie Smith, why something for Downton Abbey, like a little image or something, not just her face. Like,
yeah, like give
yeah,
her an actual still image uh from
Downton
Downton
Abbey.
Abbey. You know,
Yeah.
something along those lines. Don't actually just give the actor and like yeah, there's no clips, no
And it could
nothing.
have helped me more recognize who passed away because some of them, the names that I don't usually hear, that is
Yeah.
just like,
And I also didn't like that they had the camera on the singers a lot of the time. And I'm just
yeah.
like, this is not about the singers. This is about who
And the
died.
acting category too, right? Show clip from the show with some of the acting, not just like, yeah.
That was the funniest joke of the night. He said, Garrett's, do I make the in memoriam? And then Raymond, if it's a slow year, happy.
No, my favorite joke was when it like, he had a comedy club in Las Vegas in the freaking food court.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Uh, yeah, no, I agree. Also, I agree with you about the clips
Yeah.
for the actual. Because here's my big issue that they had with the Oscars. They give you time to marinate on the names as they're announced. They're just
And they
like
show clips most time
they're
with
just
the acting to show.
here they're just like Seth Rogen in the studio, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and they're like going through the names. They're like, holy, whoa, this is
Or
fast.
show a funny moment from each of them, right? Writing and directing. Show moments for horses, a moment for
Yeah,
and a show the speech, right? A
yeah,
speech moment in the
or
speech.
don't or like, and you can even like make it interesting where maybe for like directing, you show a behind the scenes,
Thing. Writing, you show the script and then
a-
transition into the scene.
yeah, like
Like,
an access, like a behind the scenes,
yeah,
like showing the director directing,
yeah.
the episode or something like that. Like that could be interesting, or doing, and then you like transition over that, or do something along those lines. But just going through it super fast, just trying to get through all the names fast and
Because they
everything.
had
Like,
to do that stupid sketch with the boy and Joe and American. As American, I love that. Love I do, but it was stupid sketch that went on way too long to way. There's so many stuff. Like,
yeah, and and I liked too that they did pay. I one thing I really liked, and I hope they do this again. This is the one thing I hope they do again at the Emmys. Is I liked having shows like anniversaries that were throughout
Gilmore
the.
Girls were very funny. Like, Luna
But
Graham were really funny.
yeah, they had the Gilmore Girls one. I thought it was like fun having the actual sets too. Like you had the Law and Order
Yeah.
set, you had all that stuff there. So I
I
thought,
could have maybe done out the whole sing along with the Golden Globe girls thing. I thought that was a
yeah,
little
the Golden
distract.
Girls thing, you didn't actually need to do
Yeah.
the singing part. I think that could have just
Just have them talking about Betty White and the whole cat that passed away. And like, it's
yeah,
like, you got
like
nobody left.
yeah. There's no
Yeah.
other like talk about the show or something like that, like the other
Yeah.
people did, like the
Yeah.
people who did Gilmore Girls. They just talked
Yeah.
about the show. Law and Order, they were just talking about the
Yeah,
show.
they
So it's
made
like
good jokes.
you know
Like, they
they
made
made
really good jokes.
yeah they made good jokes. So like
Yeah.
they could have found ways to still trim down the show
Yeah.
without having to cut out clips of like actors acting or doing something like that, because that's what I always look forward to at the Oscars every year or something like that, is seeing the whatever clips they pick out for
Yeah.
them to.
I will say the Law and Order one I thought were the funniest. That's because I thought they all played off each other so well. That little,
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely just
yeah.
so, and I also want to shout out to some other ones. Like I'm not going to give John Oliver a shout out. He just wins every year, and it's just becoming boring. But I literally muted my TV during it. I didn't care. Like I was just like, oh my god, this happens every single year. But then with
The Survivor one was funny. I was saying, like, can we kind of have more of that at me? That like Survivor, you got too.
no, that was nice.
Yeah,
And it was nice seeing the traders win
yeah.
for reality competition series.
Also, Alan Cumming also had a funny moment tonight. Him and what would his other presenters?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He definitely had one of the funniest
Yeah,
moments of the night.
yeah.
And the traders is like the
Really
only
good show.
that's the only reality show that I'm watching
Yeah.
out of that bunch, and it's like
Mhm.
my ultimate like guilty pleasure reality television that I just
Did
can't
Alan
live
Cumming
without.
not get like best hosts of reality show nominations?
Maybe I thought that was that at the Creative Arts.
Maybe. I would double check. I hope he won because like he's the only one that literally put any
'Cause-
acting
Yeah,
into.
because I don't remember them at all announcing that category, but I
Yeah,
remember them. I remember them announcing the actual
yeah,
reality competition category, and then yeah, Stephen Colbert winning for his show is
yeah.
great too. So yeah, a lot of really exciting wins at the actual primetime Emmys here, and I do. While we still have the time, since we didn't actually get to go
Yeah.
over them with you guys, I wanted to go over the actual Creative Arts Emmys because technically, I think even though they happened earlier, I think they aired like this weekend or something like that
They
on.
should have put some of that into this show. I saw it. They have to get. They'd love to get stars that we don't ever see because they now just put it on Creator.
Yeah,
Emmy.
I yeah, which I think it's kind of odd because if you're presenting acting at the Primetime Emmy Awards, why is guest actors not allowed at the Primetime Emmy Awards? That's still acting. Like it's just feels
They
kind
should
of
have fun with it. Like, where's the presenter? Like, you got by Clinton presenting. And, like, he could have made a joke about his win the other night.
yeah.
Like,
I just I don't really get that, but it's
I mean, I love this shout out with Paradise they gave to Julianne Nicholson for winning. Of course.
yeah
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah I agree.
They
So
didn't even mention any of the guest star win. I really noticed that. They had, like, the other night, these people win, these people win.
yeah,
Like,
the only person who like I think mentioned it was
Paradise.
the girl who won for Hacks, Dance Mom and everything.
Yeah, because when the Paradise people came out, Shirley came out and gave her a shout out.
Yeah,
Like,
which I thought like that joke wasn't all that funny. I thought like that stuff was like okay, because they were like saying why aren't we in best comedy? I'm like, well, because Paradise isn't funny. I'm like, I'm sorry, like it's like okay, like I just didn't really vibe with that joke as much, but
yeah.
um, it
Also,
was
what the hell happened in Paradise that caused Shirley K. Brown to break her freaking foot? I
yeah.
noticed that. Like,
I was like, what the hell, man? What happened to you? Like seriously?
I mean, Jean
Um,
Smart, I knew, but just because I had body person, she bought her foot and her
Oh yeah,
body
yeah.
fell.
She had
Yeah,
that thing, which I thought was
yeah.
interesting too. Gene Smart was like backstage, basically.
That was the biggest giveaway. Why not? You already told her she won. Oh, you backstage. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's it's like it's like they almost revealed that these things are
yeah,
kind of I don't want to say they're rigged, but they're kind of like
yeah.
set up where it's like I guess they read the winners that day and they're like,
Yeah,
hey,
at first I thought of maybe a funny joke to her late night talk show. That's the backstage, like the late night. That's
yeah,
come on.
that also could be a hint towards that too,
Yeah,
where you get her being kind of
yeah,
backstage, like she's coming out for late night. There could have been
yeah.
that. But like what I wonder what would have happened, not in a million years would she have lost, but I wonder what would have happened if she was actually backstage waiting on that win to happen and then she didn't win. Like
What
she
they pull a La La Land
just,
over Moonlight joke on here.
oh gosh, that would have been terrible. Uh, yeah, it's just man, that would have been so funny though. So we so the Creative Arts Emmys. yeah, we didn't get to talk about them, so we're gonna run down those real quick and then just
Yeah.
kind of give our thoughts on them and such. But for short form comedy, drama, variety series, The Daily Show won. Short form nonfiction or reality series, Adolescence, The Making of Adolescence won, which was really cool. I saw that. It was pretty nice. And then like that whole documentary, it like talks to you about like how many takes every episode took too. It's like kind of crazy.
They should
But
have showed that when they showed the
yeah,
nomination.
like when they did the directing, they should
Yeah.
have showed like how many takes it took and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
them talking about that.
Well,
But
at the Oscar to show a freaking clip for directing and screenwriting, why can't the Emmy?
yeah, I don't get that. So, and especially because it's TV's biggest awards. Like, come on. Production design for a variety special. We had the Oscars, which made sense. Which
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the production design of the Emmys. I thought it was pretty cool that they had like all those Emmys behind them
Yeah.
on the wall. I thought, and this would have been really cool. I thought they were actually going to take off the Emmys off the wall, and like that it was going to be them like handing it to the people.
Oh no, I thought it would have been funny with the studio. Right, instead of Steph Curry and his thing, he gets it Emmy off the wall.
Yeah, like that would have been like really
Yeah.
really funny. It would have been
Or
like
had Catcher O'Hara come on and her character to try to take the Emmy off.
yeah, like I think that could have been really funny. Have one of the winners try to see if they could do that. I mean, hey, Stephen Graham's a big
Yeah.
like jack dude. He probably could
Yeah.
do it.
Let's also they had almost all the studio people. Why did they have Catherine O'Hara as one of the presenters?
I know, man.
Yeah.
Like she's an Emmy winner for Schitt's Creek. Come on, people. Like it would have been great.
I'll have her team up with Ike and Catherine as a joke. Like the three of them, they studio people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with this because I don't like Love Island, but Love Island is insanely huge right now. And they said if they wanted ratings,
And I did laugh at the shout out to Love Island during the show like that.
yeah, I did laugh about that, but like yeah, like if they did a whole Love Island segment or something like that, if Love Island does get a nomination at any point in time, the Emmys ratings are going to boost up because Love Island is like really
And
big.
that may be what the only Jennifer Coolidge joke I laugh at with a Love Island.
Yeah,
joke.
that's like the only joke I laughed at of hers. And then we have choreography for variety or reality programming went to the Grammy Awards, music direction, Kendrick Lamar, and then music composition for documentary series, Chef's Table, for sound editing for nonfiction or reality program. It went to music by John Williams, which is a great documentary. For sound mixing for a nonfiction program, we have Beatles 64. For sound mixing for a variety series or special, we have SNL 50, which was the anniversary special, and then sound mixing for reality programming, we have Welcome to Wrexham. Casting for reality, it is a very good show.
That should have been in reality TV show nomination. That bugged me a little bit.
I mean, I guess because it's the reality one is weird at the Emmys because they call it reality competition series, and it's like Welcome to Wrexham isn't necessarily a competition series.
But it's a great reality show that should get more recognition.
It is a great reality show though, so I think it definitely should get more recognition.
Who knows? Maybe the whole Man of Bake Lively thing kill any chance of them getting nominated.
Yeah, probably. Then you have casting for a reality program for Love on the Spectrum, and then
also another good reality show that more people should check out.
I know. At one point, our buddy Ross was going to be on there at one point before he met his girl, and I'm actually thinking, because technically speaking, I'm a little autistic, and I'm like, hey, if I want a girlfriend, I might try to sign up for that show.
I don't usually recommend reality show, but guys out there, you might get one Love on the Spectrum actually really good reality show.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've definitely seen a few
Yeah.
episodes, and I think it's pretty good for
What did he
what
better
it is.
Netflix reality show? And that's saying something.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then we have emerging media program SNL 50 for innovation in emerging media programming. We have White Rabbit for writing for a nonfiction program. The Daily Show writing for a variety special SNL 50 host for a game show. We have Jimmy Kimmel for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Game show was Jeopardy. We have makeup for variety, nonfiction, or reality programming, SNL 50. SNL 50 for hairstyling for variety, nonfiction, or reality program. For costumes for variety, nonfiction, or reality programming, we have Beyonce Bowl. For picture editing, we have SNL 50. For picture editing on variety programming, we have Kunk on Live. And then picture editing for nonfiction programming, Pee Wee as himself, which is a great documentary. Definitely recommend
Even
that
though
one.
I would have personally gave it to Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I
Was it even nominated? That still bugged me. Like,
I agree. I think I would have given it to Chris Rory too, but I think that was kind of odd that was nominated. Picture editing for a structured reality or competition program went to the Traders.
yeah.
I can agree with that. We had picture editing for an structured reality program, which went to Welcome to Wrexham. And then cinematography for a reality program, The Traders. Cinematography for a nonfiction program, 100-Foot Wave. Documentary or nonfiction series, 100-Foot Wave. Documentary or nonfiction special, Pee Wee as himself, which
Yeah.
makes
Over
sense.
Will and Hopper, we're a little surprised.
Yeah, Will and Harper. That one definitely surprising. I think Will and Harper definitely could have won that and, deserved to win that.
Look out next year because we do have Charlie Sheen documentary being
Oh
in this
yeah, no,
competition.
the Charlie Sheen one. I haven't start,
And John Candy as
I
well.
haven't started the Charlie Sheen one yet, but I'm about to start that Unknown Caller one
Yeah.
because everyone's been telling me about that. Like, you have to watch Unknown Caller. It's like crazy. I'm like, so I'm gonna start that
Yeah. And
documentary
John
next year.
Candy as well next year.
Probably the
Depending where John Candy lands.
Yeah, the John Candy one.
Yeah.
That probably will get in there next year, which will be that one looks so good. I'm really
Oh
excited
god,
about
between that and Charlie Sheen, there'd be interesting competition.
it. For sure.
Yeah.
Host for reality or reality competition program. We have oh, Alan Cumming did win for the
Yeah.
Trader. There we go. They they
I
announced it.
didn't go on YouTube and watch the speech because I want to see what Alan Cummings say in his
Yeah,
speech.
I'm gonna have to check out his speech too because it's great. And then also one of my favorites, one which is hosted nonfiction series or special, which is Conan O'Brien Must Go, which is great. So I love that show, and I'm glad that one
Did
put off for my
Did Emmy have something against him not presenting anything last night too? Like Conan
Yeah,
O'Brien,
I don't know
like
what that I don't know what that was about. Like,
why couldn't he present Stephen Colbert himself? Like kind of
I
like
think that would have been really
yeah,
really sweet.
yeah.
Like that would have been while I loved
They both
um
came from Saturday Night Live. Watch
yeah,
them. Like
yeah, I think, they both came from Saturday Night Live. I think that they're both late night hosts
yeah.
and both of their late night shows are like ending and such. So I think that
And both Ralph Lowe and Michael, none of
although
them would have
I
been
heard there's a rumor that
yeah,
Stephen Colbert apparently might have a deal with Netflix or something
yeah.
in the works, that Netflix might be talking to Stephen Colbert
But
about
I
something.
get HBO had like we already had Bill Maher. We don't need another political.
Yeah. And HBO Max also
Yeah,
has the Conan O'Brien's
yeah,
new travel show. So, you know, they already have other stuff like that. So, and I know Netflix does have like the John Mulaney one, and they have that
yeah,
David Letterman series, so they
yeah.
could do something
And
like
I
that.
will say that I really also love Michael presented Stephen Colbert, well, Lorne Michaels, Stephen Colbert, and Gordon Boy would be where they are today. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think so too.
When you read a book about Lorne Michaels, they talk about, he advocated for a lot of the late night.
I
And,
yeah, I remember that, and it was really
yeah,
interesting to see all the kind of advocating going on
yeah,
around that. I liked Lauren Michaels' joke that he made when he was doing the speech, and he said when he was doing his speech, and he said, they said to me back in 1975, like, we don't care what it is, just it has to be good. He's like, or at least that's how I recall it, or something like that. And he's like, maybe that's just how I remember it. And it was just like, that was kind of funny. Um, Directing for a reality program, went to The Traders. Directing for a documentary, nonfiction program, Pee Wee as himself. Commercial goes to Brian. Why are they doing commercials? Okay. Brian Cox goes to college. Uber One for students. So that's the name of the commercial on one. Lightning design / lightning direction for a series is went to SNL. Lighting design / lighting direction for a special went to the 67th annual Grammy Awards. Technical direction and camera work for a special went to SNL 50. Technical direction and camera work for a series went to Saturday Night Live. And then structured reality program went to Queer Eye, which is coming to an end,
yeah.
unfortunately.
I guess because the Tony Award in June, the Tony Award didn't apply to any of it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Because this year was a really good host that year for the Tony Award. Like, that was like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, yeah, that was a really good. I didn't watch the actual Tony Awards itself, but I watched the monologue, and yeah, that was a really
I
good.
thought maybe that also would have gotten along with the Oscar because this was a good year for both Oscar and Tony.
It was. Unstructured reality program. We have Love on the Spectrum for exceptional merit in documentary filmmaking. That went to Patrice the movie. For directing for a variety special, went to SNL 50. Directing for a variety series. Shoot, I wasn't. Oh, there you go. Went to Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and then variety special. It was Conan O'Brien, the Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, which was a really funny special on Netflix. If you guys haven't checked it out, if you are Conan
How
O'Brien,
many awards does Saturday Night Live anniversary special win? Because that is a lot that accounting like every time I hear
it seems like it's swept up. I mean, it's a big.
I think it won more than the studio and Adolescent did.
I think it did. If you count the actual creative arts, I think it won more than both of those shows. And honestly,
more than the Penguin too. Like out of counting, like in my head, and like
honestly, very well deserved. The SNL 50 was really great. SNL has been very hit or miss for me as of late, but I thought SNL 50 just knocked it out of the park. So they did an excellent job there.
I bet you they banned Adam Sandler for the Emmy just because they didn't want another Jimmy G telling me.
Yeah. Chalamet, which he had a commercial show up during the Emmys, and I literally shout out loud. I was like, Chalamet! And my mom had no idea.
He also was clearly drunk during the Oscars, so I think they don't want another people getting drunk. But they had Jennifer Coolidge. Come on, really.
If it's funny, if Adam Sandler though gets nominated for an Oscar this year, he better show back up in like sweat shorts and a sweatshirt. That'd be like hilarious.
Yeah. Oh no, he get nominated, and Timothy get nominated for Monty Supreme. The same year.
Yeah. Then there could be like some hilarious little
Chalamet! Had them present together would be funny as hell.
Yeah, having them present together and then or something like that, and that would be really funny. Just keep on making this inside joke, just keep on lasting.
And Sandler making fun of him for always being nominated but never winning, like they did on Saturday Night Live last time he hosted.
And then Timothy Chalamet could be something saying like, "Huh, that's funny. I recall having more nominations than you, or something like that, and making other jokes like that could be.
Oh, I recall that. At least I was nominated. Do you get nominated for Uncut Gem? Oh, tangents? No, I don't think.
that would be really great.
Yeah.
And then you could be something saying like, "Yeah, but at least I didn't do Wonka," or something like that. I could just see like,
Hey, I like Walker.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not uh the worst thing ever, but
Yeah.
actress in a comedy series went to Julian
Julian.
Nicholson for Hacks, which she's having a great year because she
Yeah.
is in Paradise, she's in Hacks, she's you know she's just
I keep
killing it.
forgetting we might get Paradise next year, so we might see a return of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shoot, dude, yeah, because
Yeah.
Paradise is great too. So yeah, Julian Nicholson, absolute deserved win. She just you know
Yeah.
uh,
She great on Hack. She
she
great on
she was
Paradise.
like she like stole this season basically.
They better bring her back next season. Like, come to find some way
Oh
to
yeah,
keep that money jack going.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think after her Emmy win, like it would be stupid not to because she's just too good
I mean,
on
we
that show.
kind of had to see what else happened to her character after many months since Jean and Hannah leave, on the little thing.
Yeah, exactly. So and so I'm not upset about that, even though I think that like Jamie Lee Curtis,
Ocean
probably
Tear.
was like my favorite and such on that category. I think Julian Nicholson absolutely
Yeah,
deserved it. So
she is my third favorite. Jamie Lee Curtis, then Cynthia Weaver, Poker Face, because I think this character to play,
yeah,
not easy thing to do. Like,
definitely not an easy thing to do.
yeah.
Um, then we have contemporary makeup, non-prosthetic, went to the Penguin, which that makes sense. Then prosthetic makeup went to the makeup, which definitely makes sense. Then we have period or fantasy sci-fi makeup. Oh, I lied. House of the Dragon did not go goose egged. It did win for period or fantasy sci-fi makeup. So House of the Dragon has a creative art Emmy, but that's all it has. Which
That
is
like a last place award. I don't really count.
yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
count that. That's like basically it's not on prime time. It's like one of just the it's not even a big award at the creative arts. It's just kind of like
Wait,
period costumes went to Bridgerton. Uh contemporary costumes for a series went to the studio. Contemporary costumes for a limited or anthology series or movie went to the Penguin. And then we have fantasy slash sci-fi costumes for went to Andor, which makes sense. We have period or fantasy sci-fi hairstyling went to Bridgerton. Contemporary hairstyling went to the Penguin. Production design for a narrative contemporary program went to Severance. Production design for a narrative program went to for a half hour went to the studio. Production design for a narrative period fantasy program 1 hour or more went to Andor. Which,
yeah.
amazing production design, definitely deserved there.
The government. Everything with government with that production design. Like,
Oh my god, you can definitely see like they spent the budget on that show for
yeah.
sure. Casting for a drama series went to The Pit, which perfect.
To me, I would have said either Pitt or Andor. I think both show has some of the best casting I've seen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
either one, but I think The Pit. I think The Pit deserved it a little bit more because they pulled
Yeah.
out that one guy who literally had like no other acting credits. He was like in one
Mhm.
episode of Law and Order, and then he was like he was the doctor who is taking the pills and
Yeah.
everything. He was like he wasn't in anything else. He was just in one episode of Law and Order, and then he just shows up here and he just knocks it out of the park. So
Also, should have been nominated. Like, how many people fit the
I
Pitt?
agree. Like also he's just he should have
When
also
he go on that rant to the other one, to the other person, just because he didn't do what he asked, he got bully her to submission. Like,
like jeez. Uh then we got guest actor in a comedy series,
Bryan Cranston.
movies. To
Yeah.
quote Bryan Cranston, or he was excellent this season.
Yeah.
I knew the moment that definitely was not a case of vote splitting because I thought to myself, what if like John Bernthal wins? Because like all of them are studio actors in that category, but I that was definitely
Man,
not the case.
Martin Scorsese had won. It would have been funny as hell him accepting the award.
Oh my gosh, that would have been really funny and then it would have been great if Martin Scorsese actually won the award and then came up there and made the announcement that his next movie was actually going to be a Jonestown movie or something like that, and made it like a
Oh,
real
a
thing.
Kool-Aid Man instead of Drunk Tale. I'm making a movie finally, doing a family movie that not Hugo related.
or announce that he's actually doing like like an animated Kool-Aid movie like in real life.
Yeah.
Let's just be like, oh my god.
It won Howard had won. He came out. He actually making the film that he shooting.
That they like took away from him, that like his final film. He's like, I'm gonna retiring after this Jonestown movie, and he makes that retire. Like he makes the announcement or something like that. That would have been so funny.
I just find they didn't have like Ron Howard or Martin Scorsese show up as a joke for presenting.
Yeah. I think when it comes to that would have been great. So yeah, Bryan Cranston absolutely deserved. Then we have casting for a limited or anthology series or movie. Went to adolescents. Does make sense. For stunt coordination for a comedy program. Now I have not seen The Righteous Gemstones, but
I have not seen it yet.
This went to The Righteous Gemstones. That seems like a show that wouldn't get stunt coordination for a comedy. I would have thought something like The Studio, because they actually had the the Warner episode where he's knocking into stuff and he's like driving.
Wait, Ron Howard, like
the Ron Howard stunt, or like the war where he like throws that burrito and it like hits the driver and he like drives off and runs into stuff. Like I feel like that had a lot more like stunt kind of stuff.
Olivia Wilde when that's again rolling down the hill with
stuff like that. Like there's a lot more stunt kind of work happening in.
Even though the whole joke, whoever wins, we're probably like, we had to thank Seth Rogen for doing every single stunt himself.
and I find it kind of sad that that the Emmys does stunts before even the Oscars do. Which is like, come on.
And clearly Seth Rogen did all his own stunts for the most part, like the happy phone at him. Like, that's clearly not a stunt.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like he definitely did. I feel like he's the type of person who fully
maybe not the rolling down the hill moment. Maybe that was a stunt person.
That probably was a stunt double, and then I could see, maybe some of the some other smaller stuff possibly, but I feel like him, running into stuff when he was doing the Warner episode or doing something.
One Harris when he had and him falling down because.
Like I feel like that's actually, a real life stunt that he would have.
I want to know the story behind that. Like, how did he not seriously get injured doing that?
Yeah, and I know that like apparently Ron Howard like straight up apologized because he just felt really bad for like doing that, even though it was like part of the script. But it was great.
Oh, so how did that not get a nomination for best writing for a comedy? The episode.
I know. Howard. The episode I think that ended up winning was the pilot, and it's just like, really, like the pilot winning writing, like
the racism of the Ron Howard episode, like watching Anthony Mackie agreeing that.
Well, yeah, like they nominated the wrong episodes for writing. Like it either should have been the Ron Howard episode or it should have been the racism episode for writing, because it's just that I still feel like
the pilot and one of the more funniest last line joke when it like one of few last line joke when people say me go, is Mother Scorsese crying?
And because of the one that ended up winning, I feel like that was the only undeserved win, was the studio and writing, because it was the pilot, when I feel like Hacks should have won for writing, because that was
The monologue.
the monologue episode and everything, and that actually had like really great writing behind it. So
Yeah.
it was unfortunate, but for stunt coordination for drama, they hey it won stunt performance. So The Boys is a 2-time Emmy winner. So there you go. It did win
Over Andor?
over Andor. They went with The Boys.
What the hell?
Yeah, which was
The Gorman episode, thank you very much, Emmy. We're winning for stunt coordination.
yeah. Like I don't know how Andor doesn't get it, when not only that, but like you have other scenes like when he's trying to get
When he's escaping the beginning, the opening of season 2.
yeah, when he's escaping Mom Mothma, and getting her out of there and all that, and this
Well, the first episode of season 2, when he's escaping after the meeting, like, run the
yeah.
time.
So and like when he's like trying to fly the TIE fighter
Yeah.
out, like there's so
Yeah.
much stunts in there that I just feel like
I love The Boys, but
I
yeah,
did too.
Andor is the better stunt show than The Boys.
Yeah, I would fully agree with that.
And plus, The Boys are more CGI than Andor is.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
when you look at a lot of stunts, that's not clearly
yeah.
like on set.
Sure. For animated program, I'm very happy with this, because Arcane is not going to have another chance to win. That was Arcane's last
I'll
season.
let this spin-off show happen and it come out in a couple months. Like,
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
they are going to do spin-off shows and such, but in terms of Arcane proper, it
Yeah.
did finally it won for its final season, which is great. But I loved it. It was one of my favorite shows of last year. But Common Side Effects is my favorite animated series this year. So I think, if it would have won anime
Did
program,
Legend of Machina season 3 come out last year, or was that like 2 years ago?
Legend of Vox Machina, I think that came out. That might have come out last year.
Then how is this not in the conversation?
Let me double check. Now I'm curious about when, because Legends of Vox Machina is just the best anime show on TV right now. Like, it's just so good, and I don't know how that wouldn't have. I mean, I know that the new season doesn't come out till 2026.
And we're getting the spin-off show next year too.
Yeah, and it was okay. It was it would have been eligible because it was October of 2024. So
How
Legend of Vox
did
Machina
Bob Burger get in over Legend of Machina? Creature
and
Commando,
also
Harley Quinn, like, three shows that more deserving to be in here.
Love, Death and Robots worst season by far.
Yeah.
That is I've seen some shows that are mid or just kind of like meh. I guess it was okay. Like, it was just average. Love, Death and Robots was the only straight up bad show I've seen this year. Like, it was bad. And like that season was
Invisible
bad.
season 3 should be in here.
Yeah. Like, there's so many other anime shows. You could have easily taken out Bob's Burgers.
Invisible. It had a really great third season.
Yeah. You could have taken Love, Death and Robots. There's so many other shows that you could have.
Creature Commando. If we honor the Penguin, we should also honor the other DC animated show of Creature. Really good first season.
Yeah.
Like the Rico episode alone would get it a nomination.
what are we doing, people? We're nominating the same shit. We're with like The Simpsons, with all this bullshit.
Harley Quinn, Invisible.
Yeah.
Legend of Machina, Creatures Commando. More show that more well loved than Bob Burgess, The Simpsons, Love, Death, and Robot.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I can say next year, I think because of the subject matter, I know we'll revisit the subject in January, but like next year, I think South Park can pull off the win just because of like what this season of South Park is
Yeah, especially
expecting.
after they just gave Andor the show that did the most political speech ever to win for
Yeah,
best writing.
yeah. So I could see, and it's like a return to form for South Park, basically. So I can see something like that taking it.
I am so tired of Emmy when it comes to animation stuff. And if we get to voice that, the same thing. Where I will have my same.
Yeah, I have the same issue. So, um, for character voice over performance, we have Julie Andrews for Bridgerton winning.
Over Alan Tudyk for Andor. Let me put this out there.
Yeah, over Alan Tudyk.
Over Alan Tudyk for Andor.
I didn't
What
even
is
know.
up with Emmy?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know Julie Andrews was even in Bridgerton. And she's probably not even like
They
doing
probably didn't narrate
anything.
it.
She's probably not even doing anything different with her voice. She's probably just
Yeah,
talking like Julie Andrews, and it's
yeah.
just like okay,
Over Alan Tudyk in the last two episodes of Andor, giving really good voice over it.
yeah, like how I don't get that. And then
Yeah.
for individual achievement in animation, we have Arcane for background design, Arcane for color, Love, Death, and Robots production design, Love, Death, and Robots character animation, and Love, Death, and Robots character design. Interesting.
Okay, you two also could have put Invisible, Legend of Machina for animation stuff.
Yeah, it's just I don't get it at
Creature
all.
Commando. Do I have to mention the Weasel episode? Like the way they animated that episode with the flashback and
And
stuff?
then Critical Role has a new animated show coming out this year in November as well. I forget what it's called, but the same
Yeah,
people.
another it's a prequel to Legend of Machina.
Yeah, the prequel to
Like
Legend of Vox Machina is coming uh, in November. So don't screw that up because
yeah.
cameos, but you probably are.
James Gunn get on season 2 of Creature Commando. Hopefully get it in.
Yeah, seriously, hopefully. Choreography.
Also, so many voiceover for Creature Commando to August should be in the animation voice.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah.
for sure. There's so many good voiceovers for Creature Commandos in there. I just think, yeah, they've
And
really.
Alan Tudyk, you could have nominated twice for Harley Quinn, played Joker,
He's
Playface.
he's so good in Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
He's even better in Harley Quinn than he is in Andor, just because in Andor he's playing the same character, but in Harley Quinn it's like he's playing two different characters, and he's so good on that show.
yeah.
Um,
So
but
many people in Harley Quinn would be in this. Invisible, same thing.
yeah,
Like
it's,
Darren Yen, so
it's so
good in Invisible. Like never get recognized for Invisible.
it's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Choreography for a scripted program. We have Itoli, which I've heard of, not seen it yet, but picture editing for a single camera comedy series. We have The Studio. Picture editing for a multi-camera comedy series. We have Frasier. Guest actress in
What?
a yeah, Frasier won for that. So
Frasier showed that nobody like that got canceled after 2 seasons.
yeah,
One?
so it's an Emmy winner. There you go. Okay, that's odd. That would be like giving the iCarly show reboot, but even iCarly reboot was better than that. So, guest
Not
actress,
by much.
not by much though. Yeah, guest actress in a drama series. We have Merritt Weaver for Severance, which
I like, but like they're better performing that list than
I agree. I think that
Catherine
they
O'Hara for The Last of Us.
yeah, Catherine O'Hara for The Last of Us and Caitlin Deaver for The
Yeah.
Last of Us. Um, like, are you really like what? How do you not?
If there were
Uh,
one category should honor The Last of Us, it should have been guest actress.
which is, I just gotta say, he says Weaver over Deaver, which rhymes. That's funny. Weaver over Deaver made Last of Us go 0 for 16. One of the all-time losers, which is just so sad.
Listen, Diva, do you probably get in for season 3? Like, season 3 is Abby's season.
Yeah,
Like,
well, let's hope she. I mean, I think she'll get nominated, but let's hope she can pull off a win. I don't know. I mean, she's a very
it'd be
divisive character.
2027, so that's something
I think this is
really
proof
big.
that she's just such a divisive character, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like, people
But
won't.
Catherine O'Hara, who gave a character that wasn't in the video game, really good scene at the scene. Like,
No, I agree with that, and I think
the scene on the baseball field with her and Tommy when she talking about vengeance and death and everything. Like,
really, it's just man. Picture editing for a drama series went to Andor. That makes sense.
yeah.
Very well deserved. Picture editing for a limited or anthology series went to Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Which,
Wow, over Penguin and Adolescent.
yeah,
Wow.
that was shocking to me. Well, Adolescence, I guess, doesn't shock me because it's not edited to look like one take. It's actually
But
like
Penguin?
actually shot in one take. But like, yeah, over Penguin, definitely, definitely shocked me. So I'm kind of surprised by that. But hey, and
Over, I mean, is it also movie the limited series in this category?
yeah, it says limited series or movie.
Over Rebel Ridge?
Yeah, over Rebel Ridge. Yeah, that's
What?
that's just
Over Black Mirror? Like,
over. Oh my god, yeah, over Black Mirror. Like what? Come on, what is
Yeah.
going on? Why? I mean, the editing was fine, I guess, but it wasn't
Yeah,
anything.
but the editing in Rebel Ridge is better. When that speech he gave about back and the editing back and forth, when giving
Yeah,
that speech to the woman at the computer, finding the history about him, like,
like what? I mean, okay, Emmys. I see. I mean, we can say, and we're gonna talk about this next year, but like the Ed Gein trailer came out today.
yeah.
That like Monsters, the Ed Gein story, and I expect that to also rack up Emmy noms. And
I haven't watched any of those anthology series since The People vs. OJ, just because I think that was perfect,
yeah,
and now he overdoing it. Ryan Murphy now with all the anthology
and it's like
thing.
it's all he's doing. So it's like I don't care to really watch something if this is all you're doing.
Okay, I do think something hot take, and people do come after me. I think Ryan Murphy is overrated.
Oh, I completely agree. I completely agree. He is
I think
very
he's a better writer than a director. Like, I think his
yeah.
directing is sorry but no substance. Look at Glee. The writing in Glee is better than the directing of Glee. Like when you compare both.
But like American Horror Story, I don't love. Scream Queens, I thought was funny.
Yeah.
I liked that show. I thought it was good, but I liked it for the writing, not the directing.
Yeah, and like even his movie stuff, like I think he ruined the prom. Like I think he could not put the camera on one moment and let the actor dance was so natural. Like
yeah,
remember when Tonight Belonged to Us, he just went all over the board showing all the dancing, not letting it slow down to enjoy the choreography of the number.
and then like The Politician or whatever that show is called, like that one just also was not good. For special,
And before people say, "Oh, you think he's got a prom?" I did the prom as a musical in theater.
oh yeah,
I loved the show. The movie ruined the show. I loved the musical.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
and then went off the deep end. But special visual effects in a season or a movie went to Andor.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes
Very
sense.
well.
Either that or The Last of Us. Like those are the two like best
Oh,
special effects. Like,
hands down.
oh, I might have gave it to Last of Us just for the zombie invasion sequence. Like that special effect, that whole town sequence is so.
That wasn't really incredible, but also like
Yeah.
Andor had some really great effects, especially like de-aging effects for like Stellan
Yeah.
Skarsgård. You know, when they did that flashback episode, there's some really good effects there. Title design, which this is the only nomination that Your Friends and Neighbors had, by the way, was title design, which I thought was like kind of crazy. But title design went to Severance, and you know that's very deserving. So
Very deserving.
it's always kills it with its opening intro. Special visual effects in a single episode went to the Penguin. Uh, Motion design went to Octopus. Figaro Ridge. I don't know what that's. Sound editing for a comedy or drama series. That's weird to put them together. Was The Last of Us. Okay, so The Last of Us did win something.
Only won one. How
It
was
only won one. There you go. Sound editing for a limited or anthology series went to movie or special went to The Penguin. And then sound editing for a comedy or drama half hour went to the studio. And then sound editing for an animated program went to Arcane. And then sound editing or sound mixing for a limited or anthology series went to The Penguin. Sound mixing for comedy or drama series 1 hour went to Severance. Sound mixing for comedy or drama series half hour and animation went to the studio. Performer in a short form comedy or drama series went to the uh Daily Show. Okay, that's interesting.
weird.
That's a weird one. Music composition for a series went to its original dramatic score went to Severance. Very deserved. I could have also seen like Andor getting a score nomination because Andor's score nomination, especially like the score that plays when like Bix is saying goodbye and everything, like that just I've listened to that score so many times and the score this season of Andor, I personally probably would have gone that, but Severance
I also
definitely.
maybe would have gone with The Last of Us about the score.
Yeah. The Last of Us had a
Yeah.
great composition this year for the score. And then also the White Lotus always does have great score in the background that they play. So I think that would have been also a really great one. Music composition for a limited or anthology series went to the Penguin. And then original main title theme music went to the White Lotus, which makes sense because that and Severance have like the best theme music intros of like right now on TV. And
Right
then
Loaded won over Severance.
yeah, it won over the actual theme music, so like the title design in terms of like how it's all constructed and the video and such went to Severance, but then the actual like main title theme music, White Lotus beat Severance for that.
How?
So
Over
yeah,
Severance.
I I don't get it.
That
And
like
that
that
makes
like saying Right Loaded music is better than Game of Thrones music. That's what
yeah,
makes
because
it.
Game of Thrones was eligible, and also The Last of Us too, because The
Yeah.
Last of Us has its opening that they do with literally the video game music, which is
Yeah.
iconic. And so I just yeah, I the White Lotus, as someone who's seen it all, it has amazing music that plays in every intro. But I will say that this season of the White Lotus had the worst theme music. It wasn't bad. I still really enjoyed the theme song, but it wasn't an absolute banger like season 2 where you're just like bopping your head as it plays in season 2. You're like, "Oh shit," in season 2. And this one I wasn't like bopping my head. So,
Almost down like when I was watching the Emmys last night. My dad and mom were watching the movie, and like I had that god awful music to highest to lowest in the background. I hear in the back.
oh my god. Yeah. That I definitely understand that. Because my mom had stuff on in the background too that I was just like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Music.
Yeah, another conversation for another day about that score for the highest to lowest. Like I have things to say about how bad that score is.
Oh yeah. That's not a great score. Music supervision, we have the studio winning that. Original music and lyrics went to the boys.
Here we go.
Let's
Here
put
we go.
let's put the Christ back in Christmas for
Listen,
uh, for the boys.
listen, I love the boys. I do. I love that song. But it should be We Are Gorman. The rest of the world is listening to our anthem. Like
Yeah,
that.
like
Yeah.
maybe they thought of it more as not an original song and more so like an original chant or something.
It is original song because we watched the clip this morning, like, and we watched the scene, and like
Yeah,
it just chant, and then the guy starts singing, and the rest joins singing.
yeah,
Like,
that's true. They did start singing. I remember that now. Yeah. Now that you mention it,
yeah,
yeah. So that then I remember we looked over this category. I forget the rest of the nominees like right now, but I
yeah.
remember when they came out, the Creative Arts Emmy nominations. We talked about them, and I remember there was other original songs that were nominated that were like really good. I'm blanking on what they are at this very moment, but there's
Yeah, I
some.
just like that, and that moment haunt me since I watched that episode. Like,
Yeah, that one, that Andor one is still stuck with me. I don't even remember. Let's put the Christ back in
I
Christmas.
remember how funny it with the stuff going on in the background more than it's on itself.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't even. It's not even like memorable enough to where um I can even really like hum it or whatever. So
This,
I
this is the biggest stuff. It's like, this is the one where I'm like, really?
yeah, I agree. I think
When
uh
you go on TikTok, look at freaking Comic Con where people dress up in Andor do the chant at Dragon Con.
yeah. No, I agree. And it's just like the biggest snub um of anything. They're just and also I just wanted to. Oh yeah, so these were all the nominees, right? So it wasn't just the boys. I had to recall the nominees here because I remember the
Yeah,
nominees. We read them; they were excellent.
yeah.
The other one was Agatha All Along because that
The
song,
only nomination it got, I think.
and then the other song was from Will and Harper, which was that beautiful Kristen Wiig song at the very end of Will and Harper, and then it was Adam Sandler's song in Saturday Night Live, the 50th special, Saturday Night Live. I honestly, out of all those songs, the boys one's probably like the least
Like,
best out of all those.
it, to me, it would go Andor, Agatha, Dan Polly, and I back and forth between Anna Chandler and Will Hopper.
Yeah, but for me, it's like Andor. Then it would be probably like the Will and Harper song, and then like Agatha and Adam Sandler go back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like the boys is definitely um like last place
How?
one. I don't.
I want to know how the bunny went for this. Like, did they not want the episode end up with the song? Like,
I guess not. I don't know. Like that just that makes no sense to me. Um.
at the biggest moment in the episode when everybody died, like they kill 'em right after the song ends. Like,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
just damn. Cinematography for a series half hour went to the studio.
yeah.
Makes sense. It's shot on film. It looks beautiful. Makes sense. Cinematography for a series 1 hour. Severance absolutely deserved. That episode with like his wife and everything. That was just
I
so.
back and forth there because what is Andrew was nominated for this? Well,
Andor was nominated for cinematography, but
was it
um
nominated for the Gorman episode?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't know what episode it was nominated for. I just know the show itself was nominated,
If
but I
it
don't know.
the government episode, I would have maybe gone with the government episode because of cinematography. Like I,
Yeah,
especially the last 10 minutes of the episode when it focused on under eye, we're hearing the radio message being broadcast. Like
and yeah, the way that is really shot,
yeah,
just shot beautifully.
I love Severance. Like, but Andrew to me would have easily got that because
I agree. So I'm just checking to see if they have like the episode title. It was
I also
oh,
maybe would have gone
it
with The
was
Last of
oh
Us 12 for the
it was an episode titled uh Harvest. Um that's what it was. That I'll have to see which episode that was, but
They put
the
that in over the Government Massacre episode.
yeah, they put that one in. And also guess which guess now now I'm wondering what is up here because guess what episode of Severance ended up winning?
What?
It was Hello Mrs. Cobell that won, which is the episode with like Patricia Arquette, I believe.
The worst
Ra-
episode of the season.
that one ended up winning for cinematography, and that's what they submitted for cinematography, and not the episode with like his wife for cinematography.
Or Code Harbor episode with the cinematography.
Yeah, I'm.
How the episode with the bands and the way that was shot.
Yeah. Oh my god, Harvest is like season 2, episode 3. That's like the episode where like Mom Mothma is like
Yeah.
getting down and jiggy with it.
Okay, the cinematography during
Yeah.
that whole when she, Lucy, and a friend go off, great cinematography. So I give it that. Like,
Yeah. So I'm okay with that because that was a great
yeah,
and like in the field when like when that
yeah,
stormtrooper's about to like shoot
yeah.
at the front all like it's all
Well, I
done
wish
really.
I had put in the Government Massacre episode.
I would have personally put that in, but out of those picks, I definitely would have gone with that. And Day of the Jackal was nominated as well for episode 1.
Also, shout out to anybody. Data Jacket deserved way more love at the Emmys than it got. Like,
Yeah.
Eddie freaking Redman should have been in the conversation for acting. Like,
Yeah. And the only thing Peacock really won was the Traitors. That's like all Peacock really has right now is the
now,
Traitors.
Data Jacket getting season 2, so maybe I'm hoping they put more effort into Emmy contest.
I'm hoping because like
Eddie Redman, if he had got nominated, he might have won because his
yeah,
performance in Data Jackal was just like,
it's because it's like the same thing with like Paramount Plus. It's like they don't really
yeah.
have they have Dexter and they have like Star Trek and that's it. And it's like and Peacock they have like
Oh no, they have like Mayor of Kingstown. They have Landman. They have a bunch
oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
well yeah they do have some other stuff and
Yeah,
Landman got a few nominations in there,
yeah.
um but
And Landman is really good. Like I do
it,
like Landman a lot.
yeah Landman was solid. So
Yeah.
but yeah, Peacock, all they have is Poker Face and Day of the Jackal and Traders. And it's like, and now the paper.
And some TV show like Ted is funny, but I never would give it an Emmy
Oh yeah,
nomination.
yeah. Ted is fine, but like, when are we getting Ted season 2? Like that thing came out in like years ago. Come on,
I
it's not
maybe
that.
would have maybe nominated Seth MacFarlane for best voiceover for Ted because he does a great job
He
doing
does
the
do a
voice.
great job. I
Yeah.
think that would have been a good nomination, but that it doesn't take that long to make that show. People, come on. So and then for cinematography for a limited or anthology series or movie went to Adolescence.
Yes.
Obviously, makes sense. Um,
That would have been tough because cinematography and Penguins, Rebel Ridge, a bunch of things.
it's
Yeah,
good, but I just feel like Adolescence trumps them
yeah,
because the cinematography literally was like
yeah. One
shot
tank.
in
Yeah,
one take, so it's one
yeah.
continuous take. So it's just kind of like unfair
I read
advantage.
the same situation like Shogun when Shogun came like 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
and Shogun
Yeah.
had amazing cinematography. Guest actor in a drama series. is interesting. It's went to Sean Hattasey for The Pit,
Hope.
which which honestly, not mad. He is really great on the show. Like he is really great on The Pit.
Guys, did you had not watched it? Go watch Animal Kingdom on Netflix. He's really good on Animal Kingdom. Well,
Oh yeah, I gotta check that one out. But yeah, when it comes, but yeah, when it came to The Pit, he is pretty good on that show. But for me, I think Joe Pantoliano should have won for The Last of Us.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright. Last of Us.
Or Jeffrey Wright. Yeah. But I think for me personally, I think Joe Pantoliano stood out a little bit more than Jeffrey Wright this season. But I definitely think that either one could have won. But I think Joe Pantoliano was the ultimate standout. Or Ben Mendelsohn, who was also terrifying in
he wasn't nominated.
Or no, he was nominated. Oh, frick. I forgot. It was him. I keep forgetting that they nominated Forrest Whitaker instead. That's just so
Nothing
weird.
against Forrest. Like he had that one great scene explaining why he is the way he is with the math, everything. Like, and a great scene. Like the best scene of that episode. Like that. Like.
But out of those picks, Sean Hattasey was like probably a very close second for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that pick. Joe Pantoliano was like maybe my first favorite, and then it was him. But yeah, they were still a really good pick though. And then television movie made up for everything because Rebel Ridge ended up taking it, which we both called, we both expected that, and I'm very happy that Rebel Ridge
made up for the fact that he did not nominate Aaron Pierre for Best Actor.
Made up for that. Made up for Rebel Ridge losing to Monster for editing. But stuff like that. But yeah, overall, guys, I think that other than a few weird with creative arts Emmys, I think the actual primetime Emmy wins all were pretty solid and excellent. And then the creative arts Emmy wins were just kind of strange. But what do you guys?
I will say quickly, I didn't really get at the drama. I would have maybe, if they had nominated, I would have maybe gone Hugo Weaving for Slow Horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been.
Oh, Jonathan Pryce, even though he might be supporting, depending on where the campaign is.
Yeah. So, White Lotus, Soul Music win, nothing else. So it's interesting. So White Lotus did win music. You had The Last of Us that won one other category. Now I'm forgetting what it was, but it won one other category. And what's unfortunate now is the one of the shows that just it went completely empty-handed was both The Bear and Only Murders in the Building. Went completely empty-handed. Absolutely no wins for.
It might have one best guest comedy actress if they had put Melissa McCartney into that speaking category.
Yeah, I think they may have been able to actually have a chance there, but I don't know. Dance Mom's just too good, man.
Melissa McCartney was really funny in her one episode. Like that kind of fight between her and Meryl Streep. One of the most funniest moments of that season.
That was one of the funniest moments for sure. And I thought Melissa McCarthy deserved a nomination. I would have loved to see that.
Hell, I even argued because I would have argued that for maybe Beth Gat that in the comedy for Only Murder in the Building.
Exactly.
Like him and Martin Short back and forth saying that stuff, which was some of the funniest moments. Let's see.
Honestly, I kind of agree with you now. He says, with Andor winning editing and writing, I seriously think it might have been number 3 in the odds for drama. honestly, I think you might be on to something there because I think it was like The Pit was the odds-on favorite. Then I think Severance was like a close second. And then I think it would have been Andor.
And then maybe Slow Horse winning best directing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like I think it would have gone Andor because it won writing and it won editing, and then it would have gone to like Slow Horses for 4 or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but it's
All
unfortunate because
all four worthy wins, like any
oh
of
yeah,
the yeah.
all really worthy wins. I it's for me. I wish as much as I love The Pit, it might be like my favorite show of the year, stuff like that. Like I really wish that Andor could have just pulled off a
All
surprise
a
because
fifth beat.
just because it's never going to have that chance again now, and it's just like it's
Yeah,
sad.
they could have pulled a sixth beat for the final season.
Yeah, that would have been great. Black Mirror went 0 for 10 to that was
Yeah, listen, if they
bad.
had put Paul Giamatti in, maybe we would have a different
Uh,
conversation.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
how did look? I love Rashida Jones, okay,
yeah.
and she is great in her episode. But how did you only nominate Rashida Jones and not nominate Paul Giamatti in what might have been like a career best kind of performance from Paul Giamatti? Like it was like,
He would have been third. It would have been Steven, Colin, then Paul. Like that. How?
yeah, and so I don't understand their logic there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't understand their logic with a lot of the wins, but overall, still really happy. And yeah, I think Alien Earth has a chance to get in. He says, I hope next year's Emmys, Alien Earth gets in for drama, Leanne for comedy, and Task gets noms. Task definitely could get in for.
I would say, yeah, I say Dexter, but the rest do get in.
Yeah,
Like,
I think Task could get in for limited series. I think you could get Alien Earth in there for drama series.
would Dexter Resurrection be limited? Or would it be drama? Like, I'm not sure if season two
Dexter,
got now.
Dexter Resurrection would count for drama because they did
Yeah.
confirm a season 2. So
Yeah. Look out for Peter Dinklage. He did get nomination. Like, this is like his performance.
honestly, if Showtime really wants to,
Yeah.
if they campaign that show hard enough, Dexter Resurrection had enough great buzz about it that I think it could get into drama series.
Yeah,
If
and Michael C. Hall might get another nomination. This is some of the best acting on Dexter I've seen in a while. Like, guys, you you gave him Dexter. Please get the new show watch. It's really, really good. Like, this is like the best I've seen Dexter in a long time. Like,
but I will say, if you want to watch Dexter Resurrection, you'll also kind of have to watch Original Sin, which is like the prequel series, because they do reference stuff from.
and you don't have to watch New Blood because they kind of wash away New Blood pretty quickly in the first episode.
Yeah,
They
it's
get
like
referenced, but not like, yep, it happened.
it's so you can basically just watch OG Dexter, Original Sin, and then just watch Resurrection, and then you'll be good.
Yeah.
You don't even have to see any of that garbage sequel.
Yeah.
It's funny that Dexter had an awful finale, and then they had another awful finale in the sequel series, and then they did a prequel series, and then they were like, "Oh, let's come back and do another sequel series." And then the sequel series
and put it in New York, and it actually did something
and
really
then
good.
and then the second sequel series was like really good. So it's like,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Are you watching it? Like, I've been like,
I've started watching it, but I like just started, so I haven't actually like.
Oh, dude, you had to message me when you're done because last 2 episodes we got to talk about.
Oh man, yeah. There's so much TV to watch.
Yeah.
I was just telling him in the pre-show that Olivia Cook is a celebrity crush of mine, and she has a new show that she has Robin Wright out right now that I have to check out. And then there's
also look out for Peacemaker, maybe getting to best I think comedy more than drama.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like there's that new show, Black Rabbit, that could get into limited series.
House of Guinness.
Stuff like that. House of Guinness.
TV.
Yeah. There's that one.
Okay, you just play. Have Peaky Blinders ever been nominated for Emmy?
I'd have to think about it. I know that I would imagine maybe some creative arts Emmys, and then
Like
I
Adrian Brody for like best guest star in limited, like in the drama,
maybe
like
probably like a guest thing. I know it never got series,
or Tom Hardy. Killian Murphy never got nominated for Peaky
which is
Blinders.
insane. Maybe
Oh, Tom Hardy, either like Tom Hardy, really funny in
yeah,
Peaky Blinders.
he might be one of the greatest performances in television, and it's like Peaky Blinders did not ever get an Emmy nomination at all. They only ever got BAFTA.
What?
Yeah, not any
So no
single.
Killian, no Tom. Guys, you want to see Tom Hardy do comedy? Go watch Peaky Blinders because he can be really funny and really threatening.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
don't look up to see with him and Adrian Brody, man. He gave me Adrian Brody the term of him working with him. He tell him to like get all of his man to do the did you know
yeah,
what yeah
and it's just it. Yeah, that's crazy to me that
yeah.
that has never gotten a single Emmy nomination. Some stuff.
Listen, I'm tired of Adrian Brody, but Adrian Brody was such a good villain in Peaky Blinders. Like he should have been nominated.
Oh, you know what other show too we have coming
Yeah.
soon this year is Pluribus, the new Vince Gilligan series coming to Apple TV
Oh
Plus.
yeah.
Yeah, that's coming this year too. So
Hopefully
that
better than the John Carlo Esposito one because that was not that good.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I mean, wait, which John Carlos Esposito one?
The one that I forget the one at AMC that Vince also
Yeah,
produced.
but I don't think Vince Gilligan did that one though. Vince
Yeah.
Gilligan, because he only did Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul,
Yeah.
and such. But
Maybe one of the other Breaking Bad people produced it because remember it was,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe it might have been. But Vince Gilligan is coming back for the show, and he has the same actress who played
Yeah.
Kim
Who
from
should have
Better.
won an Emmy for Better Call Saul, you freaking Emmy.
The fact that show never won a single Emmy, it's just in its entire run.
Not even for why am I breaking Jonathan Bank never even won for Better Call Saul for the first season of Better Call Saul. That still bugs me to this day.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the Bear went uh 0 for 13, which was surprising. Not even Curtis and Guest is the Emmys over it. Eventually, just Alien Aon Alan Aonum. I like Modern Family after 5 wins. It became Phil Gaines Solonam. Yeah, I could see something like that.
You were okay. No offense to the comment. Watching Modern Family is a good show. That's because it doesn't get
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and in terms of WWE and Rio, it's a really good documentary, but I don't think that would get into that.
Like if
Because,
the Vince McMahon could have get into this year, then I'm not sure about WWE.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that has a shot there. But yeah, guys, what do y'all think of the Creative Arts Emmy wins and the Primetime Emmy wins? What do y'all think of all those? Let us know down below. What was the most shocking win of last night to you guys? Would love to hear that down below. What made you cheer the loudest? All that. Let us know. Make sure that you like this video, that you subscribe, because not only are we going to come back in January to give you guys our early Emmy predictions, but we're going to be coming back here in the fall discussing, television for Golden Globes, discussing television for SAGs and
Maybe
other
do the best of the year for TV at the end.
best of the year for TV type stuff there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more like TV kind of content coming your way. So be sure to be on the lookout for that, guys, and much more. Thank you for joining. Where can the people find you, Chris?
Oh, you can find me here anywhere. You find me at 8stats. You can find me at over trivia panel. I do at the on the sideline with research group. But yeah, guys, I want to join the audience. Let me know. I'm doing a bunch of videos coming up with the Blue on Friday. Let's just send you guys a link if you want to watch. Yeah, at the by trade, great group. And then you find me anywhere else. Like, I'm happy to be here to talk about the Emmys. I promise next season I would try to give White Lotus a final watch. I just like it kind of same way I feel with Succession, the other shows I would put over watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I I I get that,
yeah,
and hey, I mean by the time that we get to the Emmys, we'll have maybe for like our end of the year TV or
yeah,
whatever, but like by and for Golden Globes and such, but I will say by the next Emmy season, White
yeah,
Lotus won't be a part of it, so you won't have to watch that. You'll have to watch like other shows for the
yeah.
next Emmy season. Um,
And we're hoping this the rest of the year turn out good. We got a bunch of good new stuff this year that I really did and loving a lot.
we do, and I feel like TV is like starting to really come back now
Yeah,
because there was a lull. I don't know what it was. It was like a lull for months where it was like there was really no good new shows
yeah.
coming out, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden now we're getting like Peacemaker, Alien Earth, Task, all these
And Apple
shows.
TV show, the Jason Momoa show is really thinking good, and nobody have watched that yet. Like,
Yeah, I'm loving that
yeah,
show right now. I'm on like the third episode right now.
yeah,
So I'm behind, but I'm like I've
yeah.
finally
A
started
show
watching.
that got overlooked here, for the Emmy. Bad Monkey is really good with Vince Vaughn, like that.
Oh
That
yeah.
show,
Yeah, Chief of War, I thought that was gonna be like C, the other
yeah,
Apple TV Plus show, and it was not. So I was like, it's way better. So definitely
yeah,
recommend that. And yeah, there's other great ones too. So
yeah.
it
Like Apple TV is the best service to go for TV stuff. Like,
other than HBO, I feel like
yeah,
HBO will always rank number one, and then you have Apple TV Plus at a very close second. So those are like the two uh, kind of services right now that are dominating TV. So
Apple put in campaign for a casualty award for Jason Momoa show. That's it. The Emmys.
yeah, oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah,
please, because man,
this could be your House of Dragons.
so
Now
much good
Game of Thrones.
stuff.
Like,
Yeah, do not cancel it, please.
yeah.
But yeah, that
I put
I,
Jason Momoa in most show that is foreign language. I love to see Jason Momoa stand his
oh
acting ability.
oh yeah, I love seeing foreign shows like Shogun
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So it'd be great. So yeah, guys, you guys can find us here. We are, you know, covering on the channel week for week. We're doing the Peacemaker reviews, so you guys can stay tuned for that. The new show is coming back this week, so you guys can also stay tuned for that. And there's more kind of like TV reviews coming for you guys soon. Whenever Task does end, I'll bring Chris back on. We can review
yeah,
that. I didn't want to do like week to week because it's such a small show, but like I'll do like a season review once Task
yeah,
ends and such, and then we'll like review season one and such. So
yeah.
they're and all that. So um yeah, really really great stuff coming, guys. We will see you all in the next video. Until next time, stay classy, my friends, and keep on binging those television shows.